Multiple Arctic invasions targeting America's heartland within the next 72 hours. The third invasion is the most dangerous of all. Weekend Arctic blast with record-breaking cold. Minneapolis schools suspending operations. Milwaukee districts activating remote learning. Detroit schools closed indefinitely. Cleveland canceling all activities. Some may remain shut through December 20th. Remote learning servers crashing from overload. Grocery stores experiencing panic acquisition. Milk, bread, batteries vanishing within hours. Walmart implementing purchase limits. Target restricting essential item quantities. Meijer stores running emergency resupply. Kroger activating disaster response protocols. Hardware stores unable to maintain generator inventory. Home Depot sold out regionally. Menards implementing waiting list. Lowe's restricting generator sales. Ice melt products completely eliminated regionally. Rock salt prices increasing 400%. Propane supplies running critically low. Heating oil deliveries suspended. Question: how can 3 storms hit identical areas? The answer involves jet stream programming. Economic devastation rippling nationwide immediately. Lost productivity exceeding $2 billion daily. Manufacturing plants implementing emergency shutdowns. General Motors closing Michigan facilities. Ford suspending production lines. Stellantis protecting equipment from cold. Supply chains grinding to complete halt. Trucking companies suspending operations. FedEx delaying deliveries indefinitely. UPS implementing emergency protocols. Christmas shipping facing catastrophic delays. Amazon suspending regional operations. Online orders may not survive until New Year. Postal Service halting deliveries. Don't miss the critical revelation at 10 minutes. The December intensification bombshell. Agriculture sector preparing livestock emergencies. Dairy farms implementing survival protocols. Cattle operations switching to survival mode. Pig farms protecting animals from exposure. Atmospheric highways locked into position above us. Northwest orientation creating perfect storm delivery routes. Poultry operations heating emergency shelters. Feed deliveries facing massive delays. Tourism industry canceling winter events. Ski resorts closing due to extreme cold. Hotels implementing emergency heating. Restaurants reducing operating hours. Sports venues implementing safety protocols. Lambeau Field considering game postponement. Soldier Field activating cold weather plans. Ford Field preparing backup heating. Medical facilities preparing for emergency surge. Hypothermia cases expected to triple. Emergency rooms stocking cold injury supplies. Trauma centers activating mass casualty plans. Mayo Clinic preparing overflow protocols. Cleveland Clinic activating emergency wings. University of Michigan Hospital staffing up. Rush University implementing crisis standards. Elderly populations most vulnerable to exposure. Nursing homes implementing lockdown procedures. But here's the twist nobody's talking about. This exact pattern paralyzed America before. Senior centers opening warming shelters. Assisted living facilities checking generators. Carbon monoxide poisoning risks spike dramatically. Improper generator use becomes deadly. Poison control centers expecting surge. Emergency hotlines activating additional staff. Insurance companies bracing for massive claims. State Farm preparing disaster response. Allstate activating emergency adjusters. Progressive implementing expedited claim. Property damage rivaling major hurricane cost. Auto claims expected to triple. Home insurance facing unprecedented exposure. Commercial property coverage strained. Question: when does this nightmare finally end? Computer ensembles show no relief through December. Pattern intensification continuing later in month. Christmas week could bring ultimate devastation. January models showing continued cold. February patterns remaining below normal. When similar jet stream configurations triggered the catastrophic winters of the 1970s. Here's what I promised at 10 minutes. December intensification pattern bombshell. Confidence growing that intensity increases toward Christmas timeframe. Jet stream orientation becoming more extreme. Northwest flow strengthening through month. Western ridge building to unprecedented heights. 4,000-foot geopotential height anomalies. Eastern troughing deepening beyond normal ranges. Negative 300-meter anomalies developing. Temperature differential creating atmospheric tension. 70-degree contrast from west to east. Perfect conditions for repeated assault waves. Storm track locked into identical pathways. This resembles atmospheric warfare tactics not seen since the Little Ice Age, when persistent cold patterns triggered crop failures and population displacement. When rivers froze solid for entire seasons. When heating fuel became currency. When heating costs bankrupted families across the Midwest. When transportation networks collapsed for weeks. When entire communities abandoned territories. When trade routes froze permanently. Christmas week could bring ultimate devastation. Holiday travel facing complete cancellation. December 22nd through 26th, critical period. Family gatherings impossible across region. Airport operations shutting down regionally. O'Hare potentially closed 5 consecutive days. Minneapolis Airport suspending all flights. Detroit Metro implementing emergency closure. Cleveland Hopkins canceling operations. Milwaukee Mitchell activating storm protocols. Interstate highways becoming impassable barriers. I-94 corridor facing week-long closure. I-35 from Minnesota to Iowa shut down. I-80 across Illinois and Indiana blocked. I-75 through Ohio and Michigan impassable. I-90 from Chicago to Cleveland closed. Mail delivery suspended indefinitely. USPS halting operations December 20th. Economic losses exceeded $15 billion in today's currency. Infrastructure damage lasted through spring thaw. Package shipments delayed until February. Christmas deliveries completely impossible. Retail operations grinding to halt. Black Friday sales meaningless without delivery. Economic impacts cascading nationally. GDP reduction estimated 0.2%. Stock markets preparing for weather sell-off. Energy futures spiking 40%. Natural gas prices breaking records. Heating oil cost tripling regionally. Your emergency survival preparation begins immediately. Time remaining before first assault, 30 hours. Stock minimum 14 days non-perishable food. Canned goods, dried foods, emergency rations. Water storage critical before pipes freeze solid. Fill bathtubs, containers, emergency reserves. Battery-powered radio essential for emergency updates. No AA weather radio with hand crank. Cell towers fail during severe weather events. Landline phones may remain operational. Right now, the atmospheric machinery is activating. First assault begins in 36 hours. Charge all electronic devices to maximum capacity. Multiple portable chargers required. Portable chargers become lifeline during blackouts. Solar chargers for extended outages. Generator safety protocols absolutely mandatory. Never operate inside homes or garages. 20-foot minimum distance from any structure. Proper ventilation absolutely critical. Carbon monoxide kills silently within minutes. CO detectors with battery backup required. Test smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. Replace batteries with premium long-life units. Fire extinguishers, checked and accessible. Emergency lighting throughout home. Insulate all exposed water pipes today. Pipe insulation, heat tape, foam covers. Open cabinets under sinks for warm airflow. Remove items blocking heating vents. Let faucets drip during extreme cold periods, both hot and cold water lines. Tuesday's blizzard will create whiteout conditions across Minnesota and North Dakota territories. No main water shutoff valve location. Practice operating emergency shutoffs. Burst pipes cause thousands in damage instantly. Plumbers unavailable during emergencies. Prevention costs pennies compared to repairs. Insurance claims processing delayed. Heating system maintenance, absolutely critical. Fresh furnace filters installed. Emergency fuel supplies secured. Backup heating sources ready. Fireplace and chimney professionally inspected. Dry season firewood stockpiled. Space heaters with safety features. Kerosene heaters properly ventilated. Vehicle emergency kit, absolutely essential. Jumper cables, ice scraper, snow brush. Emergency flares, reflective triangles. Food, water, blankets, first aid. Full gas tank maintained throughout siege. Fuel additives for extreme cold. Wind speeds reaching 50 to 60 miles per hour. Snow accumulation rates exceeding 2 inches hourly. Tow straps, shovel, sand, or kitty litter. Emergency cash for services. Travel plans should abort immediately. Cancel all non-essential trips. Stay home during triple assault waves. Remote work arrangements activated. School pickup plans for emergencies. Childcare backup arrangements. Elderly neighbors require welfare checks. Daily contact protocols established. Community support networks activate now. Neighborhood emergency communications. Check on isolated residents. Share resources during crisis. Pet protection demands immediate action. Bring all animals inside permanently. Extra pet food and water supplies. Warm bedding and shelter areas. Outdoor exposure kills pets within hours. Livestock protection, absolutely critical. Temperatures plunging 40 degrees below normal. 24 states facing widespread freeze emergency. Visibility dropping to 0 within minutes. Emergency services preparing for complete shutdown. Shelter preparation includes animal necessities. Veterinary emergency contact information. Prescription medications must be stockpiled. 30-day supply minimum recommended. Pharmacy access eliminated during assault periods. Emergency medical kit prepared. First aid supplies, including frostbite treatment. Hypothermia warming protocols. Emergency contact list posted. Medical history documentation ready. Hypothermia recognition training saves lives. No warning signs and treatment. Population displacement from energy costs. Heating assistance programs overwhelmed. Some communities may never recover. Economic devastation lasting years. This triple assault represents a new category of winter warfare for North America. Atmospheric patterns unprecedented in modern history, reshaping our understanding of seasonal weather. Interstate highways will transform into death traps. I-94, I-35 facing immediate closure orders. Climate shift toward more extreme patterns. Jet stream behavior becoming erratic. Recovery timeline extends far beyond winter. Infrastructure damage lasting through spring. Transportation networks requiring months for complete restoration. Power grid upgrades necessary. Water system replacements required. Cash withdrawal recommended immediately. Banks may close during crisis. Electronic payment systems fail without power. ATMs become non-operational. Small bills for emergency purchases. Barter system may become necessary. This atmospheric siege is just beginning. Each wave more devastating than the last. Pattern locked through New Year's Day. January bringing additional challenges. Your survival depends on next 24 hours. Final preparation window closing rapidly. Minneapolis Airport canceling 400 flights preemptively. Duluth operations suspending all activity Tuesday. Don't wait for official emergency declarations. Government response arrives after devastation. Local emergency management overwhelmed. Federal assistance delayed weeks. Tomorrow brings exclusive computer model analysis revealing Thursday's uncertain storm trajectory. Plus, which specific neighborhoods face greatest risk from weekend Arctic execution. And detailed breakdown of Christmas week travel impossibility analysis. Plus, exclusive interview with emergency management about unprecedented preparation challenges. Don't miss tomorrow's emergency intelligence briefing. Life-saving information your family requires. The next 96 hours determine how devastating this triple assault becomes. Stay prepared, stay alive, and remember, this atmospheric war is just beginning. This is only the opening battle of what scientists are calling the Great Winter Siege of 2024. Fargo Emergency Management activating crisis protocols. Grand Forks declaring travel emergency status. But these are just the opening shots. Wednesday's assault carries even deadlier ammunition. Heavy snow bombardment targeting Wisconsin positions. Wausau and Green Bay facing direct strikes. La Crosse expecting 8 to 12 inches overnight. Eau Claire bracing for 6 to 10 inches. Michigan Territory is preparing for siege conditions. Kalamazoo expected to absorb significant snow loads. Grand Rapids facing 6 to 8 inches accumulation. Traverse City preparing for 5 to 7 inches. Snow removal crews overwhelmed by rapid succession. Salt supplies running critically low statewide. Chicago, Minneapolis, Milwaukee, all in the crosshairs of nature's triple assault. No recovery time between assault waves. Equipment maintenance impossible during continuous storms. Municipal snow budgets exhausted by December 12th. Emergency contracts with neighboring states activated. Temperature weapons following each snow strike are terrifying. Brief Tuesday warm-up becomes tactical deception. Illinois, Wisconsin, Iowa temporarily above freezing. Chicago reaching 38 degrees Tuesday afternoon. Milwaukee climbing to 35 degrees Wednesday. Previous snow melting creates false security. Des Moines experiencing 40-degree readings. Cedar Rapids warming to 37 degrees briefly. Thursday brings another cold injection. New low-pressure system carrying Arctic reinforcements. But here's what makes this setup even more dangerous. Weekend delivers the ultimate killing blow. Friday, Saturday jet stream reorganization complete. Very strong winds transporting Canadian ice weapons. Here's what I promised at the 3-minute mark. Jet stream analysis reveals systematic targeting. But here's what the computer models aren't telling you about this atmospheric nightmare. Northwest-oriented jet stream creating frozen superhighway. Western ridge deflecting Arctic air eastward like missiles. High-pressure system over Rockies intensifying. Desert Southwest experiencing 15 degrees above normal. Phoenix reaching 80 degrees while Chicago freezes. Temperature contrast driving atmospheric violence. Troughing over eastern United States strengthening. Pressure differential creating perfect storm machine. Computer models show terrifying coordination. GFS and European systems predicting identical outcomes. Model confidence levels reaching 85%. Unprecedented agreement among forecasting systems. Question: what triggers this atmospheric programming? The answer involves polar vortex manipulation. Instead of stable circulation patterns, multiple fragments targeting different regions simultaneously. Northern vortex lobe positioning over Hudson Bay. Southern extension diving toward Great Lakes. Rockies and Desert Southwest experiencing heat buildup, creating pressure differential, driving Arctic invasion. This isn't just one winter storm, it's a pattern. A systematic siege designed to cripple the Midwest. La Niña conditions enhancing pattern strength. Pacific Ocean temperatures locked in cold phase. Don't miss the shocking timeline at 6 minutes. Hour by hour, assault breakdown. Monday night, energy system moves Pacific Northwest. Seattle and Portland receiving advanced moisture. Tuesday morning crosses Rockies targeting northern plains. Denver snow showers developing overnight. Tuesday, 6 a.m., blizzard warnings issued, Minnesota. Tuesday, 9 a.m., whiteout conditions developing. Tuesday, noon, visibility 0, North Dakota. Tuesday, 3 p.m., emergency shelter activations. Tuesday afternoon, blizzard conditions intensify. Heavy snow and high winds creating visibility 0. Tuesday, 6 p.m., interstate highway closures. Tuesday, 9 p.m., power outages beginning. Transportation networks face immediate shutdown. Airports canceling hundreds of flights preemptively. Amtrak suspending Empire Builder service. Greyhound canceling all regional routes. Think of it like an ice dam breaking apart, each fragment targeting a different city. Tuesday night, snow artillery shifts targeting. Wisconsin and Michigan designated as primary zones. Wednesday, midnight, heavy snow begins. Wisconsin. Wednesday, 3 a.m., accumulation rates accelerating. Wednesday, 6 a.m., Michigan border crossing. Wednesday, 9 a.m., Grand Rapids under siege. Wednesday morning, Ontario and upstate New York invaded. Cross-border assault expanding attack radius. Buffalo preparing for lake effect enhancement. Rochester activating emergency response teams. Syracuse expecting 6 to 10 inches. Albany bracing for 4 to 8 inches. Thursday uncertainty creates additional terror. Model fluctuations indicate possible Ohio Valley strike. Previous GFS runs showed massive snowfall. Cincinnati facing 8 to 14 inches potential. Columbus preparing for 6 to 12 inches. Cleveland expecting 4 to 10 inches. Current projections reduced, but threat remains. Indianapolis could see 5 to 9 inches. Don't miss what happens at the 3-minute mark. The jet stream revelation that changes everything. Forecaster confidence low on Thursday timing. Louisville monitoring developing situation. Nebraska and Iowa facing potential blizzard conditions. Omaha preparing emergency response protocols. Des Moines activating snow removal fleet. Cedar Rapids declaring emergency status. But here's the cruel twist in this weather story. Weekend Arctic blast designed for maximum devastation. Dry Arctic air preventing significant snowfall. All energy focused on temperature assassination. 30 to 40 degrees below average confirmed. Multiple computer models strengthening projections daily. Here's what I promised at 6 minutes. Complete hour-by-hour assault timeline. Friday, 6 p.m., Arctic front approaches border. Friday, 9 p.m., temperature collapse begins. Friday, midnight, minus 10 degrees, Minneapolis. Saturday, 3 a.m., minus 15 degrees, Chicago. Saturday, 6 a.m., minus 20 degrees, Detroit. Saturday, 9 a.m., minus 25 degrees, Milwaukee. The first invasion hits Tuesday morning. Blizzard conditions targeting North Dakota and Minnesota. Saturday noon, record cold established. Saturday, 3 p.m., infrastructure failure begins. Minneapolis could see minus 25 degree readings. International Falls approaching minus 35 degrees. Chicago wind chills approaching minus 40 degrees. O'Hare recording minus 45 degree wind chill. Detroit facing minus 15 actual temperatures. Metro Airport minus 20 degrees sustained. Cleveland experiencing minus 35 wind chill torture. Toledo approaching minus 30 degree readings. That's cold enough to freeze exposed skin in under 5 minutes. Frostbite damage occurs within 3 minutes. Hypothermia sets in within 10 minutes. Vehicle engines refusing to start regardless of battery condition or fuel type. Diesel fuel crystallizing in storage tanks. Gasoline becoming viscous like syrup. Tire pressure dropping below operational levels. Antifreeze failing at extreme temperatures. The second invasion arrives Wednesday night. Heavy snow artillery hitting Wisconsin and Michigan. Home heating systems straining beyond capacity. Natural gas demand exceeding supply infrastructure. Furnace efficiency dropping 40%. Heat pump systems shutting down completely. Power grids facing unprecedented load spikes. Electrical demand increasing 300%. Rolling blackouts necessary to prevent total collapse. ComEd implementing emergency load shedding. DTE Energy activating crisis management. XCEL Energy requesting conservation measures. Water pipes freezing at sustained sub-zero temperatures. Municipal systems failing across region. Burst pipe insurance claims rivaling hurricane damage. Plumbing contractors overwhelmed with emergencies. Emergency services switching to survival protocols. Ambulances requiring constant warming to function. Fire departments protecting equipment from freezing. Police departments reducing patrol coverage. School districts implementing extended closure plans. Chicago public schools closed entire week.